You're right there, YouTube. It is Crackoon again, bringing you another gameplay. Commentating man, we're here again, bring you some more Modern Warfare 3, like I do. Going to be bringing you a 6v6 domination on the new Collection 4 DLC map Gulch, using the UMP45 with a dual attachment proficiency, so I've got extended mags and rapid fire on there. I'm running the core perk setup of Extreme Conditioning Pro, Hardline Pro, Stalker Pro. I've got a frag grenade and a portable radar as my lethal and tactical. On top of that, I'm running the Specialist Strike package, so I've got Assassin Pro as my first unlock, second is Scavenger Pro, third is Blind Eye Pro. That's about it. An MP9 secondary, maybe suppressed, maybe extended mags, I'm not 100% sure. The thing's a beast, is what I do. Dropping a M.O.A.B on fools. Boom! Getting on with it, doing like we do. Beasting, like I said, getting a M.O.A.B, 4 minute, 4 second M.O.A.B. M.O.A.B, I don't care, whatever you want to call it. Been through this before. It is what it is. Pretty interesting topic really today. I've been kind of waiting to do this commentary for a while. I don't know. I think it's kind of correlating to the commentary I did about Twitter and YouTube personas and how they get destroyed by Twitter because it's such an open forum and we see the actual side of the commentator rather than this persona that they portray on YouTube, where YouTube is more distant compared to Twitter where it's instantaneous, you know. I've gone through this before. Moving on from that, I think there's another trait as well that's kind of popping up within the YouTube community as for activity and attention on your channel. And Benny2095, I've run through shit like this with him before. Check his channel out, legitimate shout out, whatever. We've kind of run through shit. I don't know, I'm not going to really steal shit from him, but he's kind of always had this notion of the fact of negative attention is good attention, and me and him have been through like scenarios and shit, talked about shit like this before. I don't know, maybe I had the notion before. No, I'll take that shout out back. I think I had the notion before anyway, he probably stole it from me. Whatever, beyond the point. But I don't know, I think the whole factor is, it's this whole kind of scenario now, as in YouTube has become all about activity and views and comments and current activity, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter if you've got a huge sub count these days and most of them subs are dead and not interested in your content as such. You know, it's about the current viewers. That's why you see a lot of trends in the YouTube gaming kind of scene with different games coming out of nowhere and people trending off shit, and then people doing spin-off kind of shit, or maybe getting an initial idea to even play the game. You know, that's the way it works though. I mean, I understand how YouTube is entirely self-promotion of games and such like that, and then other commentators pick up on the stuff, but it's just certain ways, as in fads take off and then they die. And then, I don't know, in between all of this, this is the main point, in between all of this, between getting activity from like fads and trends and shit, in between all of this, the YouTube gaming, like maybe Call of Duty, maybe it goes a bit broader than Call of Duty, because even some Call of Duty commentators these days don't specify themselves within Call of Duty and shit. But what it essentially comes down to is the facts between the whole drama filled community and the revolution into drama instead of like direct gaming conflicts, if you know what I'm saying, as in people gaining exposure from self-criticizing others within the same kind of community, but all of these other commentators as such maybe under different regimes and like categories of what they kind of do and what they kind of accept within the community. And you know, it goes out into loads of examples, as in like rush into camping, you know, people that do entertainment videos to tips videos, you know, people that do M.O.A.Bs as kind of a standard of gameplay within Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and then people that don't even recognise M.O.A.Bs within Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as an even relative standard of skill. So you know, it's a whole interesting factor how the game is changing, and how it's kind of sad in a way that the community has got to start beefs with each other about mundane, stupid shit just to gain like little proportions of exposure here and there on the videos and shit. And I mean, don't get me wrong. The fact is that it works. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to use examples here, but I don't want to name out people because I never really like call people out as such like that. But for instance, the first time in which I don't even know how to say this now. The first time in which the American got beat by the British guy on, I can't, Bog. Is it Bog? I don't even know. Call of Duty 4. Whatever. I can't remember the map, whatever it was called. M16 on the hill. The guy got beat. He rage quit on a stream. Did it live. Whatever. Why the fuck you stream their shit? That was terrible. But, you know, they did that shit, yeah? And in that same sense of that individual channel, the party that was under the scrutiny, must have gained huge amounts of exposure. And I mean, I say it must have gained. I saw it, literally. And I've seen it happen again. Same methods have happened again in the same kind of scenario with a certain individual. So, you know, I don't know. It's a whole kind of interesting factor how, like, beefs correlate to activity within your channel, and how different kind of beefs and different parties, like whether you're the victim or, you know, somebody. Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's how it's portrayed to the community. I think that's what distinguishes it all. Is how it's portrayed to the community. If you have two parties and they're going at it, it's about how the community views them. It's strange how that works because from the commentators' minds, they'll be looking at it saying, yeah, I'm winning this argument. Otherwise, they wouldn't be they won't keep on going on. That's what it comes down to. So it's like, I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's interesting when, like, it is literally viewed as like a public. It's the same shit as like government or actual TV and media as such like that. When shit goes down in TV and media, like when that person got caught for sniffing Bing and he was on like TV or something on BBC, and he got like fucking sacked or some shit. I don't know if he probably got sacked. Yeah, to be fair, I was gonna say he got like time off, not time off, like. Fucking, what do you call it now? Is it resignation? Whatever. I think he might have resigned. I think that's what it is. But whatever, it's beyond the point. Shit like that's interesting, and I don't know. I think it is really coming down to now is the revolution of the YouTube kind of gaming community and scene within Call of Duty, especially when it comes into these certain droughts, because that's another part about it as well. I think certain, like, all these certain commentators that are within this category of Call of Duty, you know, the game itself determines like the hostility of like the commentators towards YouTube and just anything YouTube related in general, and then obviously these hostilities rub off on other commentators and conflicts arise as such, like I've said before, between certain categories and what they set as a standard as such. And I don't know, I think it's interesting as well because a lot of this beef is coming from Call of Duty commentators, but it's hard to say who's Call of Duty commentators these days, with especially so many people just opening up the horizon of what they used to be like only doing, which was Call of Duty, to now swapping it out and over into multiples of games that are trending at the moment just to gain activity. You know, it's gone from like the fun they used to have on Call of Duty to now changing over to the different scenario of it's not about fun, it's about what I'm playing to get views. And I don't get it, like playing certain games just to get views doesn't make sense to me. I think that's partially the reason at the moment as well why I've been spending a lot of my time on Battlefield 3, because the fact of the matter is it's a month away from Black Ops 2. I've got multiple amounts of like Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, like whatever you want pretty much. I can pretty much go on Modern Warfare 3 whenever I want and get gameplay. It's not hard. I don't care what people say. If you play enough and you try your hardest, literally try hard, you know. I don't understand why some of these commentators just can't try hard and get gameplays. I mean, what happens, you know. So what, you get called a try-hard, mate? You can't even get a fucking gameplay anyway. If you're trying hard, it's going to seem like you're playing casual. You know what I mean? I mean, that wasn't even a try-hard gameplay. I was chilled as fuck. On my own, playing solo. In a party with OG while I think he'd fallen asleep or some shit. You never know. It is what it is. The drama revolution is coming. The fire rises!